Hey guys, hello and welcome in this tutorial. Let's get started. Let's go and create a composition. So as to create a composition, you can just go click here and select a preset which is HD 1020 29.97 frames per second, and just rename it and just make sure you make it 10 seconds. So this should be 0 0 0 and 10, and hit OK. Cool. Now what we have to do is create a background. So right click here, new, solid, and just name it BG, and from here select any color because we will be using a fill effect to color this, and hit OK. So we actually created a solid layer which is our background. Now what we have to do is create those rectangles. So as to create those squares or rectangles, just click here, just make the stroke 0 and just click on the fill, and just make sure that you select the fill to any color, and then just click here and select title action save, go in the middle, and from here hold shift and control and drag a square. Okay, so what happens when you hit shift and control while dragging, it drags perfectly. If I were not to hit shift and control, I will just be dragging from here, but holding shift and control at the same time, it drags from the middle. So okay, from here this is our first square. Now let's duplicate it. Hit Ctrl D on the keyboard and just select this, move selection tool, and holding shift just move it. You can also colorize them by just going to shape layer 1, go to effect, generate, and fill. If you don't see this, hit F3 on your keyboard and you'll be able to select. Okay, make it of any color of your choice, but I would recommend you using the colors which we have used in the original example, because these are based on a color scheme. Color scheme are combination of different colors that work together very well and give a good look. So okay, just create another, just hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and holding shift just drag it here, just move it here, holding shift, and then select all of them, go to Windows, select the align, and select the vertical central distribution and then the horizontal central distribution. So these layers will be aligned perfectly and this distance will be the same. Let's go to title action save and then move, hit shift and control and move it so it moves in the center. Hold shift and move it above. Make sure you move this just where this plus sign ends, and hit Ctrl D and move all of them just where this ends. Now you can just look. Okay, so let's move on to the next chapter. Okay, so as to be exact as our preview logo, we just need to import the file. Go to file, import, select a file, and basically you don't really have to do it. I'm just doing for the sake of maintaining the proper colors. You can use any of the colors or select any color templates from the web. Okay, so here is the colors. I will select them. The color code for this is FF2B53. For this I'll select the yellow one, which is FFB700, and for this I'll select this 2685TA. For this one I'll select this, which is 2B9851, and for this I will be selecting this color, which is 1D8 883EF. For the sixth one, I'll be choosing this, which is 2685TA. So okay, let's turn the eyeball off, and you can see the colors have been maintained. As we can see here in our original example, the spacing is a little bit more, so we can just fix it. We can select this one, hit shift and the left arrow 1 2 3 4 times, select this, hit the shift and right arrow 1 2 3 4 times, select this one and hit shift and right arrow for 1 2 3 4 5 4 times, actually 1 2 3 4. Okay, and now let's adjust the spacing from this. So just click this, shift click here, and go 1 2, and just click here, shift click here, 1 2. Okay, cool. Now what we have to do is animate them over time so that they come as random shapes. Okay, so as to do it, this is very simple. We will just go to the this mark, which is like below, which is before 1 second. If you don't see this, just hit control. So this is like 1 second, 2 second, 3 4 5. So just before the 1 second mark, select this, and hit P on the keyboard, and you'll see this position. So just click here once. Just let's get back. Now just select this thing, hit shift and just drag it outside the frame, and same here, drag it outside the frame. You can just move it the way you really want to move. And in my original example, I did is I just move these vertically and these horizontally. So you can just go select this, just move it outside the frame, select this, move it outside the frame, select this, move it up, hitting shift key. Please make sure you hit the shift key, and so as to, if you don't see the screen here, what you can do is hit the scroll. With the scroll of the mouse, you can just go back and forth and hit this tool to just move it, and then go back to the selection tool and then shift and drag it down. And then what you have to do is select all these layers, shift click on the first and then on the last, and hit P on the keyboard to reveal the keyframes, and then select all of them and hit F9 to smooth them. And then just go and click it here, graph editor, and you will see these graphs like this. If you don't see like this, just click here and just go and select edit. If it shows like edit value graph, just go and select here and choose edit speed graph. Select these and then just select this. Okay, and then drag these handles in a straight line, just like this. So this adds this kind of animation. We actually forgot to ease these keyframes, therefore you can just see this is not coming as we want. So let's just do it again. Select all of them, right click, keyframe assistance, easy ease, and then just go here in the graph, select this, select this again, and then just drag it here and hit 0 to preview this. So okay, you can see. Okay, let's move on to the. Okay, cool. So now what we have to do is just make sure that these boxes, they get disappeared, just like this. example like this. Okay, and don't worry about this these two layers, two boxes, like whichever the boxes is following the first box, we'll just create it in a few seconds. Okay, so now we have to create something like this, and so as to create it, it's not very hard, it's very simple. Save it. Yeah, so basically we have to use an alpha for it. What an alpha is, let's make an example. I will just show you in an example. Okay, let's create composition. Okay, so as to understand maths, just let's draw a square or any shape. Cool. Now let's duplicate this shape. So there is this same shape here, and just hit the toggle switch. If you don't see it, hit F4. Okay, and select alpha Mari. So now this is disabled, this eyeball is disabled, and this is enabled. So what you can understand by this is this will use this box as a layer to be visible. Okay, let's understand this. Let's go in a 1 second mark with P, and if I just move this, it gets out of the frame. So basically these box will only be visible in the area where this is here, like, okay, in this area only the box will be visible, and outside of this it will be disappear. You can just move it anywhere, doesn't really matter, it will just be visible when it comes in this area. So cool. Okay, so now what we have to do is just make the boxes disappear. So as to do it, select this keyframe and sorry, this layer, select the last layer and hit Ctrl D on the keyboard. So it will duplicate all the layers, and then click here and select any of the color. Let's choose orange for now. So these layers, orange layers, are above the blue layers. Select it and select label group, so, and use it as alpha. So since all these layers are moving, even the matte layer is also moving, we can see that nothing is changing. Okay, and then actually let's create keyframes here also, and just move a little bit further, like a little, and then click it here. So there will be a pause when it goes here, then move a little bit further, and then just randomly make them disappear. Oops. And from here, and select this box, and let's move it here. We can just see these two layers haven't been moved correctly, so just click on, just make sure you select the orange or kind of like bluish color layer. Let's check which one is this one, and let's move it and select this layer, and move it down. Okay, this looks cool. And again select all these layers go here and go here, edit speed graph, and just change it accordingly. Let's move back from here and let's preview this. Okay, and in the main logo you also have these layers as staggered, so which means all of them don't disappear all at once. So this is the first. Let's stagger these keyframes. Select let's do one by one. Select these two and stagger them. Select these, stagger them. Select these and stagger them again. These, okay. This one, I guess we should move it a little bit here. Okay, as you can see, both of these are just going at the same time. So let's move the red one a little bit out. Or you can also just delete these, because it is going down it looks the same. So let's delete this. Let's move it on this side. And let's move it here. Okay, this looks cool, and you can always change the timings by just moving the keyframes. Control S. Let's preview what we have created till now. Okay, this looks beautiful. Okay, now let's pre-compose these layers. What is basically pre-composing is moving the layers in a different composition, in a different layer. So just select the first one, which is shaped well, and the last, and hit Control Shift C, or go to Layer, Pre-compose, and move all attributes to, and just name it Shapes. Cool. And now let's duplicate the shape layer. Control D, and then hit T on the keyboard and turn the transparency down. So you can just see it moves like this. Okay, what I can notice is the gap from here to here is a little bit more, so we can fix it. Just double click here, just select the first and the last, hit Shift and hit U. So the gap, so this gap is a little bit more, so just from here I will drag it down. and here also the gap is a little bit more, I think, so we can just move. It just depends. If you want to like have it a little bit more time to, you can just move them here. I'll just keep it like that. Let's go, let's preview. Okay, cool. Wow, nice. So okay, hit Ctrl S to save the project, make it a habit. And now we have to show the logo. So in this we will add the logo. So I just made a dummy logo of mine. Just double click, just see where is it, this one, hit open, and I will just drag the logo here and hit Ctrl Shift C, or let's go to layer, recompose, move all attributes and just call it logo placeholder. Cool. Okay, and now I will place the logo underneath the shape layers, so the logo is invisible, and when I will just move this, it will get visible. Okay, but the problem is the logo is also visible here, and we can fix it easily. Either we can just drop the logo here, just move the layer here, so where there is nothing. Okay, if your logo is bigger, just make sure you make it smaller by just clicking the logo placeholder, hit S and make it smaller, or make it bigger. Just don't make it bigger than these boxes because it won't look good. So here we go. Let's switch back to 100 and here we go. This looks good. And now we just add the text. So I'm using the font Mont Serif. This is a sans serif font and very popular font, and basically it's free, so you can also just use it. Just click here, make sure it is bold. It just depends. If you want to make it bold, just click here, all caps. Sorry, it's all caps. Okay, and just click here, T, click and type website.com. click here and just go and select title action save. Go and select the move tool, then move it here in the middle, and from here hit hit shift and control, and it will just snap in the middle. If you just make sure you bring it in the middle. Okay, and then pull it down here holding the shift key, and then we'll just make sure this is visible after here. Hit T, click here, get back, and this is basically the opacity, which is the transparency of layer. So I'll do it again. Select this, hit T, put a keyframe on wherever you want to reveal your text, move back and hit 0. So from 0 to 100 this will get animated. Okay, also we want to make it a little bit better and add some life to it. So we can do is just click this arrow twice and go to animate and select tracking, and then click here on the tracking mount 0 and move to the last and just increase it. So you can see this gets increased like this. So we have this logo animation done. Thanks for watching this tutorial and thank you.